Okay, so 9th standard students, a very warm welcome to the online session of JC English High School. As of now, we are in the second part of your social science and we are in the economics part of chapter 3. The name of the chapter is poverty and hunger. So in the previous video we already has done about the meaning of the poverty and the poverty line. People should be above to this poverty line. Below poverty line means they are having insufficient basic needs, means food, clothing, shelter. Of this, the food is the main thing. Without food and water, a person or an individual can't survive. And then we have done the extent of poverty in India, where with the graphical visualization we have seen how much percentage are below your poverty line, and also in lakhs also how much people are below the poverty line. So today we will start off with the causes of poverty in India. What are the main causes for this poverty? Excuse me. As of now, you all having a mindset that why this poverty happens. No money means poverty. Okay, but what are the exact causes for this poverty? Poverty is in India is due to the interaction of many factors. In India, the poverty is due to the interaction of many factors: historical, economical, social and political. There are many factors which encourage for the poverty in our country. However, the major economical factor that have contributed to the current poverty are as follows. The economical problem or the economical factor. We will be discussing about the economical factor because we are studying about the economics. Okay, though there are historical, economical is there, then political, then social, all these factors are there, but we will be discussing mainly on the economical factor or economical reasons for which the poverty happens in our country. So coming to that, the first factor is the rapid increase in population. Population more. Okay, if the population increases or the population is high, what happens? The scarcity of work will be there, job will be less, income will be less, poverty will be there. Rapid increase in the population is the major cause, as any amount of development is getting done, but it is having a certain level or certain percentage. Okay, but if the suppose this is like this only, your development is getting, okay, but your population or the increase in population is getting done like this, then what happened? Due to till here it is okay, this will be under the poverty line. So rapid increase in the population is the major cause of any amount of development is going to be insufficient for providing the basic necessities to people. Means whatever the development we are having, but if the population increase high, okay, suppose I am having 5 kg of rice, okay, and my family is having 5 persons, means 5 members are there, then it is okay. If it is increasing year after year, this one is increasing from 5 to it will get 6, but next year I am having 8 members, it will gradually increase from 6 to 7 kg in the next 2 years, okay, but my family becomes 13 member or 14 members. So what happens? Scarcity should be there. So whatever the development is there, that development is insufficient if the population rises incredibly. Okay. Next is then it will be not be possible to meet the or satisfy the basic necessities of each and every individual. Next is the low level and growth of national income, means low level of national income and growth growth of national income. Due to the general underdevelopment, we already have gone through the development chapter where we have done this development, what is developed country, what is underdeveloped country, okay, what is developing country. India is a developing country, means still we are not developed fully, means we don't have all the infrastructure fully satisfying our individuals. Due to the general underdevelopment on the one hand, underdevelopment on the one hand, and the rapid rise in population on other. Okay, underdevelopment is there. See, development is going on, but development also it is not going on as it should be. It is getting less. Okay, but the increase in population is getting high day by day. There is no decrease in that one. So these are the cause. Okay, so rapid rise in population on other hand, the per capita income has remained at lower level. Per capita income means the income of any single individual. It is getting low day by day because population is getting high. Suppose one institution is having 20 jobs. Okay, 20 people are working. Okay, but next year they told that another 2% we will hire, but due to this increase in population we are having another 200 people. So what will happen? The per capita income, people will be unemployed, so they will be not having money in hand, so per capita income is getting decreased. It creates low income. Per capita income is low means it creates low income, low saving. You don't have money for food, how you will do the saving? Okay, low investment, lower productivity and lower income growth. Income growth is also low. Okay, income growth means suppose next year, suppose I am working for 1 year, next year I will be getting a 10% hike in my salary. But as the population is very high, the company also to absorb one other person, they are cutting down the cost of these things, means this salary and all, and they are making me this 5% increase. So this 5% increase means another 5% I am losing, means the less in the growth of income. So due to the general underdevelopment on the one hand and the rapid rise in population on the other hand, the per capita income has remained at low level. Okay, it creates low income, low saving, low investment, lower productivity and lower income growth. Related to all economic activities, it will be low if the per capita income of any individual, of the individual of the country is low. Next is rising price level. This is very vital. Rise in price level. See, this in this corona time also people was not having any job, but the prices remain same or it goes hike up, means it increased. What will happen? People don't have money for rice also. Okay, but the pulses from 70 rupees it increased to 80. Okay, teachers, mainly affected are the teachers, those who don't have job or those who are doing the job from online. Okay, online means you will be getting half salary, but you have to pay your full rent, you have to take your full food, everything we have to do, but we are getting the half of the remuneration. Okay, so what is this rising price level? What is this rising price level? Continuously rising prices have reduced the people's purchasing power, especially of those whose income is lower. Okay, once the price will increase, the purchasing power of any people, middle and lower grade people, they will be, the purchasing power will be less. Suppose I am having 1000 rupees salary, I have to whole month I have to cover within this 1000 rupees. Okay, I can't go beyond this 1000 rupees. So what I have to do? I have to cut. Suppose I was taking 5 kg of rices, I will take 3 kg of rices. Okay, if the prices increase. So continuously rising prices have reduced the people's purchasing power, especially of those whose income is lower. Next is unemployment. For this all reason the unemployment will happen. Okay, due to the lower development process is lower, the unemployment opportunity also the employment opportunity also decreases, which reduces the absorbent of working population and result in huge unemployment, which contributed vitally for poverty in our country. So what is the main thing here? Unemployment due to the lower level of development process is low, so the people will absorb less people, but rising population is there, means people are there to work but they are not getting the job, they are getting unemployed. Last is the capital deficiency. Okay, what is this capital deficiency? There is no money, there is no capital in the country. The low income and lower saving results. The low income, people don't have income, and lower saving also, I don't have money for my food, how come I can do the investment for my future? Okay, the low income and lower saving results in lower investment for the growth of the country. Lower investment and nothing savings will be there, so lower investment will be there, so there has been low and slow capital formation. Capital formation happens in a country when people are in a good place to satisfy their basic needs, and then they will go for the investment. Okay, but investment is not there, means capital formation is not getting done, resulting in low productivity and income earning capacity. So what are the 5 points for which the causes of poverty in India happens? That is the rapid increase in population. Population is increasing immensely, low level and growth of national income. Process is low, development process, so lower income will be there and growth of national income is also low, investment is not there. Rise in price level, everything's price is getting high day by day. Then it is unemployment. Unemployment happen because all these three are not there, means unemployment will be there, and as unemployment is there, people don't have money for investment, and no money for investment means capital deficiency for the country will happen. In the next video we will go with the hunger and food security. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.